I was just going over what we're gonna need to get that engine running. The first thing we're gonna do today is get that fan permanently mounted. First thing we should do is clean this mess. Maybe later. We'll have to get these brackets all painted up too. We are going to be making a cover panel over this radiator though, but that ain't going to be today, and those still need to be painted. Well, this is kind of annoying. I don't remember where I got this shroud from, but it didn't fit. We had to modify it. We got one that was bigger than it needed to be, and we cut it down to fit. We drilled holes in these flanges on the radiator and put nutserts in it. So that's how this shroud is going to bolt up to that radiator, which is with stainless machine screws. Then we had the fan bolted to the shroud with machine screws coming in from the other side. What I'd like to try, and I probably already did, but I don't remember, but I'd like to try to put nutserts in this fan shroud for the fan as well. If I ever get all this blue plastic off here, we'll explore that option. Six hours later, just kidding, it wasn't that long, come on. It's looking like we're gonna have room to put those nutserts in there though. So I kind of like that. That way we don't have to nut and bolt the fan to the shroud and then bolt that to the radiator. We don't have to do it in any sort of certain order is what I'm saying. We also got these little rubber flaps. They go here. And what those do is close those holes off when we're not moving. And when we are moving, they let airflow through. I think they prevent the fan from sucking air back through from the engine bay too. They do need to be trimmed because, well, we trimmed our shroud. Whole box of nutserts, riv nuts, whatever you want to call them. Looking for quarter 20. Why don't I have any quarter 20 nutserts? Back to plan A, I guess. Stainless nuts and bolts. We got that fan bolted on the shroud. We got the radiator sitting back in there. We got some rubber on the bottom of it, and I think when we run to the store we'll get some sort of rubber for where it's hitting here. But for now, we'll move on to a thermostat and water neck. What sucks about that is the upper radiator hose goes over to this side. And the lowest profile water neck I could find, it goes over to the driver's side. So that means our upper radiator hose is gonna have to be like this. I can maybe find a water neck that comes straight out, but they kind of go up, and I'm not gonna be much happier with that. I have this swivel one, which would be cool because then we can aim it whatever direction we want, but it doesn't fit under the carburetor. Dang it. So we'll make that one work. I've never had the best of luck with these swivel ones sealing up properly anyway. This thermostat I have here, it opens up at 160 degrees, which seems a little cool, but it's always warm around here year round, so I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna have to run and get some different stainless hardware for that. And so this fuel log here, we need a bracket for that. And I'm thinking right here is a pretty dang good spot for it. We could use this water pump bolt. We could use this bolt hole here on the head. Mount that booger just like that. That's what I'm thinking. So this right here is what I've come up with. So that'll mount there, obviously. And then we got a tab right here, and a brake here with an extra tab at the end. So we'll be using this hole in the head and this water pump bolt, just like we thought. We're gonna have to come up with a spacer between the water pump and the bracket though. So we got this piece of 2x4 square tubing here. I think we might utilize this. It's thick enough to work, and it's already got a right angle brake in it. That should work. That should work well. Set that in our metal brake, bend that other little tab. All right, we're totally eyeballing this, but marked where these holes need to be, drill them out, see how good we aren't. You gotta love these hyperstep bits. I think that's gonna work out pretty good. Obviously looking pretty rough right now, but once we get a decent bolt here and clean that up and paint it, bolt this guy on it, that'll work out. So we're gonna have to clean this bracket up. I'm gonna round all the corners, and right here where we got a little happy with the cutoff wheel, I'm gonna put some weld in there so we can kind of round that inside corner there as well. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, there's a destroyed whoopee cushion here. So I had to go to the store and get a marker, right? And I walked down the aisle and there was whoopee cushions. I couldn't resist. Blew it up, stuck it in the couch, went in the office to do my thing. Just like 2 minutes later, I come back out and Missy's got it all tore apart. She took it right out from under the cushion and ate the dang thing. Wrecking my joke. Last weekend, the dang dog is practically on her deathbed. Today, she eats a whoopee cushion. Still hot. So we got some big fat booger welds right there in this corner, because we're gonna want to grind that and make it a nice inside corner, and we're gonna round off all these outside corners and make this look real nice. That'll do, I think. It'll take just a bit more cleaning up to get it paintable, but that's what I wanted. Thought I told you never to play that song. So that spacer we need, I got this aluminum one right here. This is gonna be good. It's a little bit too big. We can shave it down. The hole is too small, but we can ream that out. Just find a 3/8 drill bit here. Whoop. Heyo. I would just shave that down to that line, and that should fit in there pretty good. This is a coolant overflow tank, reservoir. I've had it for a long time. I don't even remember what I was building at the time. 37 Ford maybe. Yeah, I think it was that little truck because this didn't really fit into the whole look of the truck, so I went a different route. But anyway, it's gonna work out great here. Something like that maybe. So this thing comes with these little mounting brackets, and it comes with rivets too. And you know what, normally I wouldn't even think about using these, but I think I'm going to. If they don't work, then I'll just get rid of them and put nut certs there, but I think these will work out. So you got a little bit of paint here, a little toothpick stir stick thing. We gotta get some paint in those holes we drilled. I don't want to leave bare metal in there. Alright, so that's dry. We'll go ahead and put this first one in. Then we can figure out where to put the second one. Son of a... All right, well, we got that mounted. We got a little close to this guy. That's right, that's not even threaded in all the way. And we could always put a little right angle one on there instead. So I'm not worried about that guy yet. And the cover panel that we put across here, it's gonna be going over the top of this radiator cap. The one that we'll have access to normally will just be this overflow. And if we need to get at that radiator cap, that panel will be removable. I went over that fuel log bracket, little scuff pad on a die grinder here, get some primer on it, then we can move on with that. So we're just rattle canning this bracket red for now. When we paint the rest of the truck, we'll paint this with it. But for now it's Ford red. While we're waiting for that bracket to dry, we can get this water neck permanently installed. Take our thermostat here, drop it in the hole. Got ourselves a nice gasket here. And water neck. That's really not wanting to dry too fast. I think we're gonna have to let that sit for a minute longer than we thought. All right, we gave that 24 hours. That better be enough. Sprayed some bed liner on these brackets too. This duplicolor stuff. Dang, forgot our spacer. Urgh. So I could see one problem with my bolt choices here. So I drilled and tapped these holes. That way we can screw our fuel log right to it. But here's what I'm noticing. That one might be hard to get to. Yeah, well, I guess we just try it. No, that ain't gonna work. I actually don't know what to do about that. It's not like it needs to be there for strength or anything. It looks like it's missing now. That bracket is coming off again when we paint the truck, so I'll think of something by then. For now, we can get these fuel lines on it. Right here, I know what we could do with those. All right, I think we can throw those radiator brackets on now. Might as well. Well, this may not have been a Will It Run episode, but we're 1, 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of where we were yesterday. I'll take that. I'll take it. Still got to gather a few things before we can fire that up the first time. But I'd say we did good today. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. LTsCustomGarage.com for pinstripe art and cool t-shirts. And some other stuff too. If you want to see more of this, check out this video. But hit that subscribe button on the way. See you out there.